What if I told you there's a skyscraper so radical it flips architecture inside out, literally? Before I take you inside the $300 million megastructure reshaping Miami's skyline and defying one of the worst building sites in America, smash that subscribe button, because today we're diving deep into one of the wildest skyscraper projects you've never heard of and why it's changing everything. Is this a $300 million masterpiece or a mistake? Let's find out. Nestled in the dynamic skyline of Miami, a city known for its sun-drenched beaches and pastel-colored Art Deco gems, rises a tower unlike any other, a testament to daring creativity and structural innovation. This is 1000 Museum, nicknamed Scorpion Tower, the final architectural opus of Dame Zaha Hadid, a visionary whose work has continuously pushed the limits of form and function. But this isn't just another luxury skyscraper added to Miami's crowded waterfront. From the very outset, 1000 Museum declared itself a rebellion, a bold manifesto against the conventional orthodoxy of glass boxes and predictable silhouettes. Here, the structure is not a hidden skeleton but a visible breathing organism, a fluid sculpture soaring 709 feet above Biscayne Bay. Its signature feature is the sweeping, curvilinear exoskeleton that hugs the building like an intricately woven suit of armor. These sweeping lines break from right angles of typical high-rises, creating a sense of motion frozen in concrete and steel. Yet, the beauty is not merely aesthetic. This external frame is the building's backbone, carrying weight and resisting forces with precision engineering. It turns the tower itself into an architectural statement about the marriage of art and science, where every curve serves a purpose. Miami's shoreline is deceptively beautiful but notoriously unforgiving to engineers. Beneath the warm waves and sandy beaches lies a foundation of porous limestone, a sponge-like rock riddled with voids and saturated with tidal waters. This subterranean environment complicates any attempt to build high and heavy. One false move and the skyscraper risks sinking, shifting, or worse. To anchor such a monumental structure, the engineers faced a daunting puzzle: how to reach down to bedrock stable enough to bear thousands of tons of concrete, steel, and glass above. The answer was the deepest foundation Miami had ever attempted: 227 concrete piles, each driven as deep as 177 feet below the surface. These steel-reinforced concrete columns descend through the fragile limestone, bypassing unstable pockets and tidal influences to grip solid substrata beneath. The foundation wasn't just about depth, it was about endurance. The concrete mat slab that binds these piles together was poured in a single continuous operation lasting 24 hours. A staggering 10,000 cubic yards of concrete flowing non-stop like a river of stone. This unbroken pour was crucial to ensure the slab cured uniformly, eliminating weak points and guaranteeing that the base of the tower was a solid monolithic platform. In a city known for rapid growth and flashy projects, this foundation was a lesson in slow, methodical patience, the kind of unseen labor that holds dreams upright. When it came to the tower's form, no half measures were allowed. The curving exoskeleton was conceived as an external structural skin, an armor that would boldly display the building's engineering rather than hide it behind glass facades and internal columns. But creating this armor presented its own unprecedented challenges. The graceful sweeping curves of the exoskeleton defied the usual limitations of concrete. Traditional poured-in-place concrete or precast panels couldn't achieve the complex geometry with the tight tolerances required. The edges had to be perfect, the angles had to flow seamlessly, or the whole visual rhythm would collapse. The solution was a groundbreaking material: glass fiber reinforced concrete. This composite combines the strength and durability of concrete with the flexibility and lightness provided by the embedded glass fibers. GFRC allowed for thin yet incredibly strong panels capable of forming the sinuous shapes Hadid envisioned. This was the first time GFRC was applied on such a grand scale in a high-rise. Each of the 4,800 panels was a one-of-a-kind piece, handcrafted with painstaking precision in a factory in Dubai. The entire fabrication process was digitally modeled to the millimeter, with satellite tracking ensuring each panel's journey from workshop to Miami was meticulously monitored. Transporting these fragile masterpieces 8,000 miles across continents and oceans was a logistical feat in itself. Upon arrival, installation required a choreography of cranes, riggers, and engineers working in harmony, fitting each unique panel like a giant three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Some panels curved outward dramatically, while others nestled tightly against the tower's glass skin, creating a sense of organic flow that makes the skyscraper almost appear alive. The exoskeleton does more than support the building, it defines it. In every sense, 1000 Museum embodies a fearless approach to architecture, one that embraces complexity and invites the world to see the raw power beneath beauty. Building 1000 Museum wasn't simply about steel and concrete. It was a symphony of cutting-edge technology meeting avant-garde design. The engineers knew from the start this would be no ordinary project. To orchestrate this ballet of fluid curves and monolithic concrete, they reached deep into a high-tech arsenal that few skyscraper projects could rival. Satellite positioning systems worked with millimeter precision, allowing teams to plot every panel's exact location in real time. As each component was hoisted into place, AI-powered alignment protocols processed mountains of data instantly, comparing intended versus actual positioning. If even the slightest deviation appeared, fiber optic sensors embedded throughout the structure sent immediate alerts. Imagine hundreds of sensors acting like a nervous system, tracking stress and strain at every joint, every beam, every curve, monitoring the living, breathing building as it grew skyward. High-definition cameras perched at every conceivable angle fed continuous video streams to engineers stationed thousands of miles away. It wasn't just construction, it was a live experiment in how architecture and technology could merge in a digital age, pushing the limits of precision and control. The goal was absolute perfection, yet the material at the core of this challenge, glass fiber reinforced concrete, was notoriously unforgiving. Designed originally as a decorative material, not a structural one, GFRC demanded the kind of finesse and precision that felt almost impossible at this scale. Every panel had to be perfectly molded, perfectly aligned, or the entire rhythm would falter. Then just when confidence was building and progress accelerating, nature sent a brutal reminder that no blueprint can fully prepare you for the unexpected. In 2017, as 1000 Museum approached the halfway mark, Hurricane Irma bore down on Florida with terrifying ferocity. Category 5 winds roared through Miami, gusting up to 100 miles per hour, ripping through the entire city like a freight train. Towering cranes swayed alarmingly. Streets became rivers. The city braced for impact. At the construction site, the building stood naked to the elements, roofless, windowless, exposed. The skeletal exoskeleton rose defiantly against the howling wind, a steel and concrete giant with no armor. Engineers and workers alike feared the worst, but miraculously, 1000 Museum held firm. Zaha Hadid's daring exoskeleton, the very feature that had baffled critics, now proved its true worth. The sweeping aerodynamic curves, designed as much to dazzle the eye as to challenge gravity, acted as a shield, guiding wind smoothly around the structure rather than against it. The frame bent ever so slightly under the storm's wrath, but refused to break. What was once considered an aesthetic gamble had transformed into a storm-hardened armor, a testament to visionary engineering married to inspired design. Outside, the storm had passed, but inside, the challenge took a new form, not of wind and rain, but of mind-bending geometry. Unlike typical towers with repetitive floor plans, 1000 Museum twisted and spiraled in 3 dimensions. No two floors mirrored one another. This architectural geography meant every interior element, from walls and pipes to light fixtures, had to be a bespoke creation. Nothing could be left to chance. Even ceilings twisted along the building's sinewy lines, forcing designers and builders to rethink traditional construction methods. Plumbing snakes and HVAC systems followed curves that defied right angles. Lighting fixtures had to be custom engineered to fit the unique shape of each room. Here, perfection wasn't a goal, it was a non-negotiable demand. With residences priced between $6 million and $20 million, even the slightest misstep, like a sprinkler head out of place or a misaligned electrical outlet, could ruin a sale. The entire interior had to live up to the promise made by the fluid exterior, a seamless fusion of form and function. What emerged was a handcrafted masterpiece, interiors that flowed like liquid glass, curved walls that felt sculpted rather than constructed, and ceilings that seemed to dance above. Emerging from the chaos of Irma, the construction team found new momentum. The painstaking lessons learned forged a path forward. GFRC panels, once a challenge to place, began rising faster, their precision installation now almost routine. Massive concrete columns that had seemed like stubborn obstacles now clicked into place with mechanical rhythm. The building's curves, once a headache of geometry, became a choreographed dance, their form gradually revealing the tower's majestic silhouette. Where a task had once taken weeks, now it took days. By 2018, the exoskeleton had soared past the 50th floor. Balconies jutted outward, resembling wings poised for flight. Interiors began to glow as floor-to-ceiling glass transformed raw spaces into luminous sanctuaries overlooking Miami's sparkling skyline. No longer a mere construction site, 1000 Museum was becoming a landmark, one that boldly declared the future of architecture had arrived, wrapped in the vision of a daring architect and realized through relentless technological mastery. Rising to an imposing height of 709 feet, 1000 Museum instantly claimed its place among the most prestigious and luxurious residential skyscrapers in the United States. But what sets it apart isn't flashy gold leaf or ostentatious displays of wealth. It's the way luxury is redefined through pure innovation and visionary design. Here, luxury breathes through form and function, where every line and surface is carefully crafted to evoke a sense of movement, life, and organic flow. Inside this towering marvel, luxury isn't confined to marble countertops or high-end appliances. Instead, it lives in the very bones of the building. The flowing curves of Zaha Hadid's exoskeleton don't merely support the structure. They slice through living spaces, blurring the boundaries between art and architecture. In some units, sweeping columns twist elegantly through kitchens or dining areas, becoming more than structural supports. They are sculptural counterpieces that invite residents to experience their homes as dynamic environments rather than static rooms. Every residence at 1000 Museum is a bespoke creation. No two apartments are alike. Floor-to-ceiling windows aren't just windows, they are carefully composed frames capturing Miami's ever-changing sky. Sunsets bleeding colors into the horizon and city lights shimmering at night. This immersive connection with the outside world transforms each home into a living gallery of light and landscape. And crowning this architectural masterpiece is the city's only private rooftop helipad on a residential building. It's not merely a functional space, it's an exclusive gateway offering residents direct access to the skies, an emblem of ultimate freedom and status. From that elevated vantage point, the city unfolds beneath in a panoramic spectacle that few will ever experience firsthand. 1000 Museum stands as much more than Zaha Hadid's final architectural feat. It is her manifesto carved in glass, steel, and concrete. In it, she distills decades of revolutionary thinking about space, structure, and aesthetics into a singular statement that challenges every convention. This is a building that speaks in curves, a building that moves and breathes. The engineering is unapologetically exposed. The bold external exoskeleton frames the building's contours like a living organism's ribs, offering strength while creating an extraordinary visual rhythm that mesmerizes both day and night. Here, engineering is not hidden behind cladding, it is celebrated, an integral part of the artistic expression. In Miami, a city known for rapid movement, flashy resorts, and architectural whimsy, 1000 Museum introduces a new paradigm: permanence. It asserts that buildings can be more than transient landmarks. They can embody integrity, enduring beauty, and a visionary approach to urban living. This tower dares to redefine what a skyscraper can be. It says that strength and elegance are not mutually exclusive, that a building can simultaneously be a fortress against the elements and a fluid sculpture that enriches the skyline. It is a tribute to possibility, an architectural poem that invites us to dream bigger. Since its completion in 2019, 1000 Museum has transformed Miami's skyline, standing sentinel over Museum Park like a beacon of ambition and innovation. But its impact reaches far beyond this sun-drenched city. Architects and engineers across the globe dissect its daring exoskeleton, study the cutting-edge materials used, and analyze the unprecedented use of satellite-guided construction workflows that synchronize every element with surgical precision. Its design and construction have become case studies, inspiring a new generation of builders to reimagine the boundaries between art and engineering. 1000 Museum isn't just a tower, it's a prototype for the future of architecture. a future where the digital age, advanced material science, and creative vision merge seamlessly. This building embodies a growing movement toward creating spaces that are simultaneously practical, sustainable, and breathtakingly beautiful. In an era when cities seek identity and meaning, this skyscraper offers a path forward. It's a reminder that future urban habitats can be as much about human experience and artistic vision as about square footage and efficiency. On paper, 1000 Museum carries a price tag north of $300 million. Yet the true cost of this building can't be measured in dollars alone. This $300 million tower was once called impossible, but then they built it anyway. It is the cost of boldness, a pushing forward amid doubts, setbacks, and the immense challenge of constructing something never before attempted at this scale. It is the trust invested by all who carried on the project after the tragic passing of Zaha Hadid herself, preserving her vision with unwavering dedication. It is the patience required to master unprecedented engineering complexities, to align every curve, every panel, and every detail with absolute precision. The materials, the construction techniques, the advanced monitoring systems, this tower is a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. Ultimately, 1000 Museum is more than concrete and glass. It is a living testament to the power of vision and the courage to bring dreams into reality. It reaches skyward, not just physically, but conceptually, pulling the future of architecture into the present one elegant curve at a time. Would you live here? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next build that pushes the impossible into reality.